One of the essential techniques that you need to learn on a mountain bike is the bunny hop. Okay, now the bunny hop is a method of getting your bicycle airborne without having to hit something to do so. There's three motions that you need to learn in order to get the bunny hop down. The first of which is just the basic pulling up on the handlebars. You can learn this just in any old car park, which we're going to demonstrate to you in a minute. The next motion is pulling the whole bike clean off the ground. This isn't concentrating so much on the full motion of the bunny hop, it's just getting the feeling of the bike going weightless and what to do with it. The final motion is the full scoop, where you actually get the bike clean off the ground. The scooping motion that you get with your feet is one of the good moves to help aid the rear wheel off the ground. Now to do this, as you're taking off, you're effectively just pushing back on the foot. Right, and you can see this, if I put my back brake on so the rear wheel doesn't move, you can see I can just pull the back wheel off the ground, like that. It's the same effective technique, so when you go to do this, you push back. As I approach, I'm getting my body ready to spring. Okay, I push down, I lunge up. Once you're happy with being able to get the bike off the ground, you need to be able to test this. Ideally, you don't want to do this with a hard obstacle like a curb to start with, because if you hang the rear wheel on the curb, you could get a puncture, damage your bike, or worse still, fall off. So a good place to start would be to place a good old trusty stick on the floor and practice your technique by bunny hopping over the stick. Now the other thing you can do with this is judge how fast you're going. Obviously, the faster you're going, the further back you're going to have to hop in order to clear the stick. It's this sort of thing that you can practice for hours in a car park, maybe with white lines. You know, aim to land on the line itself and just keep going faster and faster and faster until you're jumping perhaps 10 foot to land on it. This gives you the perfect depth perception for when you're riding trails. When you're out on a cross-country bike, you don't really want to have to lose your rhythm. You know, you want to be able to keep riding the whole time, and any little sticks and logs and small furry animals that get in the way, you can just hop over them at will. You may notice that the bike I'm riding here is a very small jump style bike. I'm using this as a very easy example of showing you how to bunny hop, because you can get the bike very high and out of the way. But you don't have to have a bike like this in order to learn. I learned to do bunny hops on my basic cross-country bike. A double curb like this is the next step up from jumping a basic curb, which would be this sort of height. You should expect to jump a curb sort of height within, pretty quickly with learning. But if you can get up something like this, then you can get over most things on the trail. Again, the fact that this is in a little park, you're away from traffic, it's an ideal spot to learn. So I'm just going to demonstrate how easy it is just to get a wriggle on basically and get up it. Approach with a brisk speed, pull up, and you're up. Nice and safe. Okay, so demonstrated there that it's pretty easy to get up something like this. I'm feeling a little bit more confident. Just so happens to be a little stream here, so I'm going to try my luck and see if I can get over the stream. Okay, so you've mastered the bunny hop. Best thing about a bunny hop, if you can do it and your mates can't, you better leave them for dead on the trails.